grading.
Yeah.
And some of the other sites were concrete.
Huh.
And so if I'm not mistaken, Orchard, I'd have to go back and look at the photo. My dad was with me when we shot those. And that was in the spring of 1985. It was about a month before graduation.
Damn.
And you'll see my dad and I are standing next to the launcher doors, and my dad's got some climbing rope around his.
Awesome.
And that was, why I shot that picture, I don't know if I stated it in the write-up, but you could see the steel rebar in them doors. Somebody had taken the time to drill, pack, and blow a portion of those doors to get to some of that rebar. Well, that may have been just what Irv Fuhring had done when he basically destroyed Ellsworth, or when he destroyed Sturgis.
Yeah, but in that Sturgis video where they're tearing down the LC, or I don't know, I think it's the powerhouse. You don't see an upper mezzanine level.
Yes. I think you're right there. I mean, I've watched it numerous times, and I just cry because Bill Huey, that shot that photograph with his daughter.
Yep.
I mean, that was one of those that was just, was priceless, and Bill and I would often talk about it. It just, you could see the water level was up. I remember Matt Sakella telling me that water had a lot of hydrogen sulfide in it. And what would occur is it would literally rust anything it touched. And it was very caustic. But see, in the powerhouse, there's water wells that go down from that depth.
Yeah.
Well, what Matt Sakella was explaining to me is that the Corps had and if you read some of the construction history, it makes reference to the pressure was so great when they drilled those wells, they could hardly cap them because of the pressure would build and blow the caps. And so they had a very, very difficult time. Well, back to the story, that the 4 1-megawatt generators were there and everything was pristine. And I made a lot of enemies. Let's face it, Bryce, you either love me or you hate me. And I'm okay if you hate me.
Love you.
It doesn't bother me. You understand what I'm saying?
You're an icon.
And I just laugh, No, go ahead.
You're a pioneer to me. Always an icon to me.
I just get a kick. I always did this because I want, the reason we all went in as site owners went in to do this was to share. It wasn't to hoard it. It wasn't to, oh my God, look what I've got and it's worth $1 million. It wasn't that way.
Yeah, I never got
too
that.
many great people helped us. And I truly mean that. If you go back to the names on Siloworld of the folks, the contributors, I mean it. Every one of those folks, above and beyond.
Yeah, I've never got hoarder or anything like that. I've got giving credit to where credit's due and doing your part.
Now we would share the bulk of this, but anyway, I took when I first heard this, I said horseshit. Sorry, pardon the expression, but it was the way I felt. I'm not going to buy into this. It's an absolute lie. Okay? And why I say this is that, the big story came down to that, we pumped it down below the utilities tunnel. So that's below 40 feet, okay? So they now have access from the surface down, both the access portal going down, the utility tunnel is dry, or at least it's pumped down. It may be still leaking some, but the antenna silos are pumped down 40 feet. The launchers are pumped down 40 feet because it's all hooked together. So when you pump, okay? But they finally got below the level they could walk.
Hey, Lynn?
Yes.
Are you good?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Are you nothing?
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Okay, honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, I mean, here they talk about the story that they, they pumped all of this out and they got up to the doors leading into the powerhouse. Now, imagine this. You spent all this money pumping. How much was that? I mean, number one is you got 3 launchers full of water down 40 feet, 3 equipment terminals, 3 propellant terminals, the utility tunnels, 2 access portals, the launch operations, right? We're talking a lot of gallons.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then get it all the way down there and walk in and get to the doors of the powerhouse and not open those doors to see if those diesel generators, if you're looking at them. And then get back and tell everybody, oh, no, they're there. They're there. Well, did you see them? Well, no, but we know they're there. We walked right up to the door, and my question was, well, why didn't you open the damn thing open? And, of course, I'm persona non grata. But I asked the question. I mean, come on, what's wrong with that? It's old school, right?
You'll never know. I mean, the only photo I saw was...
it's like the bag, buddy. It's like, if it looks like it and it feels like it, right? It smells like it. It's probably a good probability it is what you think it is.
Well, why pump it down if you're not going to go in there?
Bryce, you ask a really interesting question.
What's the height from the arc of the powerhouse to the floor?
I can't be. I'm not sure on that.
Probably 50,
maybe 40.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's not, you're already got it pumped.
Yeah.
I mean, are you kidding me? You're come to the door and you won't open it up to look in? And then the word was that he wanted all of this money for it. And he says, oh, yeah, the diesels and the generators are there. And, of course, everybody many of those people would contact me. Say, Gary, is this true? And I said, well, I don't like calling a person a liar, but I said, I don't believe it.
Well, when he sold
and I said, here's why. And well, we never talked. I mean, this is always coming from third-party people. So, yeah, could you call it all hearsay? I suppose so. But at the end of the day, I know what was said to me, and I know what I said back, is that I said, pull the reports, download the damn reports, and read them.
Yeah, that's right. But when he sold it a couple years ago...
I don't believe the United States Air Force lied about something like that. I'm sorry. I just don't believe that. Now, did I see him? No, I didn't. So can I swear that they were there or not there? No, I can't. But I think I can come pretty close to that. What's wrong with the story? You see what I'm getting at? What's wrong with the story is you get all that way and you get up to the double doors and you won't walk through them? Really?
But why
I got a problem that the doors were even there.
Yeah.
You really understand what I'm saying now. Yeah. I don't think those doors are there.
Salvage.
I might buy they were on launch operations, but I don't think they were there for that.
Yeah, they salvaged them out, but why did Sturgis get flooded so bad? It's like
it's because of those wells. It's because of the pressure. I mean, every time the Corps tried to cap those wells during deactivation, they had a hell of a time. And there's written documentation that as many times, every time they turned around, they go back down there, the pressure built so much. Well, all that area, that's the super volcano area of America.
But what'd they do during operation?
I'm sorry?
What'd they do during operation?
Well, that's a good question. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can tell you what Matt Sakella told me when he first went out there during the winter. And it was pretty chilly, and he climbed up, not to start.